So Nintendo just released a new trailer for Hyrule Warriors Legends at TGS, and while much of it shows off details we already knew about from Famitsu, there are still some new things here too. So you know what that means. Do I even need to say it anymore? Well, I'm going to anyway. It's time to break out the old analysis machine and see what secrets it might be hiding. Of course, please make sure to check out our previous analysis if you haven't already, as we'll only be covering the new stuff here. You'll find a link to it in the description below. Oh, and special thanks to the Derek analysis machine for putting these notes together, despite being on vacation. Okay, so the trailer opens up with the same burst of purple energy that we first saw in the Famitsu screenshots, and it's then followed by some extremely brief scenes of the 3 new locations that Famitsu also revealed, being Forsaken Fortress, Dragon Roost Island, and Windfall Island. Then right after, we can see Zelda on the balcony looking on and seeming concerned, and she's probably looking at the same energy, and we can see that Impa is right behind her too. But we also know that they're not alone, because one of the Famitsu screenshots showed a picture that appears to take place in that same scene, with Link storming in from off the balcony, probably to go deal with the problem ASAP. That is sort of what the guy does. Now this is then followed by a new scene showing Link and Impa standing back to back, but it's hard to tell where exactly this is taking place, although it does appear to be at night, assuming that's the sky. We then see Lana looking at a fragment of Ganondorf, which is also shown in Famitsu, as well as this scene where Tetra runs up to the edge of Windfall Island and looks on in horror. In fact, she looks so shocked that she even appears to be talking to herself. Now we do see an entirely new scene a bit later in the trailer though, and it features Tetra and the King of Hyrule. But don't you think the King and Tetra look awfully happy? Which could mean that this takes place after the crisis is resolved. So, spoilers! Okay, so that covers it for the story for now, but we also get some actual gameplay scenes, all of which appear to take place on several new maps based on the Wind Waker Islands. So in the Link scenes, we see what appears to be Windfall Island, which we base on the buildings in the background. In fact, if we zoom in here, we can see the merchant stand next to the staircase that led to the cafe bar. And if we look at the map, we can see it's exactly where we'd expect it to be, on the edge. Now of course, the area across from the merchant wasn't nearly this big in the original game, but this isn't exactly anything new for Hyrule Warriors. Next, in the Tetra scenes, we can see Dragon Roost Island, which we base on the distinctive trees and rocks here. And finally, we can see Forsaken Fortress and the Toon Link scenes, which we base on the large gates, wooden structures, and, you know, the general fortress-like appearance. But hold up just one second. If we look at the bomb screen, the map didn't change at all between scenes. So as it turns out, it looks like these 3 Wind Waker Islands are all part of a single map, which means that Windfall Island is down to the southeast, Dragon Roost to the northeast, and Forsaken Fortress to the northwest. But we're just not quite sure what's to the southwest. In addition, these scenes are also a great example of the 3DS's new character swapping mechanic, allowing you to instantly switch between characters in different parts of the map, or in this case on entirely different islands. And of course, we also get to see these new characters in action too, and it appears that Tetra's special attack is to fire several shots with their pistol before unleashing a light arrow with a bow made of light. And then we have Toon Link, which we can see here performing an overhead swing, which appears to be the end of either one of his combos or his special. We can also see that Toon Link has a spin attack like Link Prime, but instead of pushing forward, it spins in the general area. We also get to see Toon Link taking on the recently confirmed Helmrock King boss. Oh, and we also get to see what appears to be Link's victory animation here, as well as there might be his encounter animation when facing him in adventure mode. And if that's the case, it confirms there will be new adventure mode missions too. And finally, we get another look at the same piece of artwork that was shown during the reveal trailer. And hey, do you remember that crossbow we pointed out before? Yep, it's still there in the exact same place, with still no indication of who it belongs to. As we can clearly see, no one's actually holding it here. Of course, we're still hoping it might hint at another new character, being Linkle, otherwise known as Female Link, who was originally planned for Hyrule Warriors holding the same weapon. Yeah, it might be a long shot, get it? But you never know, or at the least it might be her weapon appearing here. And with that, we're done covering everything we could dig up on the new trailer. But as always, let us know if we missed anything by posting in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and make sure to stay tuned to Game Explain for more on Hyrule Warriors Legends and other things gaming too.